Well, welcome to my Share a Sip with my next special guest, Wendy. Cheers.
Cheers.
She is, what's your Instagram? Sorry to mess it up.
Fitwithme_WC.
And then we are sipping on the Sauvignon Blanc from St. Supery. Probably butchered that name. Napa Valley. So it's actually in the Napa Valley. The Sauvignon Blanc's great. I've had it before. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, okay. Definitely.
It's very refreshing. So we actually just did a workout. So we definitely earned our wine today. We actually went on live with Wendy just to show a little bit what we're going to do. And then, yeah. So now we're going to get to know Wendy while we sip on some Sauvignon Blanc. All right. So let's tell the audience what you do and what you're, first let's just start with that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so currently my main focus right now is helping my clients with their nutrition. And so I work with clients one-on-one every month and help them with a nutrition program that's designed for them, using the term macros, which some people know and some people don't, but I help them with that. And then I do one-on-one coaching with them weekly, and we cover everything from nutrition, meal planning, mindset, routine, and fitness. I'm also a certified personal trainer, but currently I'm not creating specific workout programs. However, I do help my clients pick out programs that will work for them, for their needs. And yeah, in a nutshell, that's it as far as the nutrition goes.
Okay.
But something I'm really excited about that I want to share.
Okay, yes.
Should I just share? Or?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do I have to be asked for?
No.
Something I'm starting to do is run wellness retreats, or I like to call them vitality vacations. And so I'll be doing my first one in January. It's amazing. It'll be in Sayulita, Mexico, and we do all kinds of active things like paddleboarding, learning to surf, hiking to waterfalls, horseback riding, workouts on the beach. But my trip will have a definite focus on wellness and nutrition. So all my clients will get a nutrition workbook. Again, they'll be getting their macro information. Again, lots of mindset, good accounts to follow, loads of health and wellness information they'll be getting. And on that trip, we'll also be doing specific workouts, focusing on eating healthy, organic, delicious, yummy cuisine from the region, and just having a good time and trying to my main goal is to remind people that you can go have fun on vacation, but not let all your hard work and all the things that you work normally on your daily workouts and eating well, that does not have to slip. You can still stay fit and have fun. And so that's kind of my main.
That's awesome. Teaching people balance.
Teaching people balance and showing them how I do it, and that's kind of just a big passion of mine.
And if you've seen a picture with her, she has freaking abs, so let's learn from her. But yeah, so how long is that trip?
That trip will be a week.
Okay, and when do you have to book if you wanted to join?
Now. This month we have a promo in June. There's a promo going on just to have a little savings to encourage people to book, because it's in January and people think that's a far way away. But as we know, time goes fast. And who doesn't need a vacation in Mexico, especially a vitality vacation right now?
Exactly. Okay, so you mentioned something in the beginning.
Yeah.
So nutrition, if you want to look good, nutrition's it's way bigger than working out. You could work out as much as you want, but eat like crap, and it doesn't work. And nutrition falls makes you feel better, healthy, and all that stuff. But you also said mindset, and I think mindset is one of the biggest factors.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes I know when I did a personal training, the trainer that I had, he was so encouraging and didn't let you give up, that your mindset changed. You can do this. In the beginning it might be overload, and I don't know if I could change my life. So do you want to talk about a little bit about mindset?
Sure. Yeah, mindset's definitely up there, along with nutrition, and just almost the most important thing, actually. And this morning in one of my Instagram stories, really quickly, I was just reminding people just a simple little thing. So what I'm getting at is self-talk, and the way we talk to ourselves and the thoughts that we have really create our reality. We manifest our life and our health through our thoughts first. So learning how to speak kindly and positively to yourself. And so one thing I was sharing was, never say I'm trying or I will try. If your trainer says, get up at 6 and do your workouts, a lot of people will say, okay, I'll try to do that, or I'm trying. And to switch those words to I am or I will. So I am getting up. I am the person that's going to get up. I will do this. Just little things like that, just changing the words in your thoughts, which will help you change your actions. And yeah, just living in a positive space and encouraging people. You know, we all need that. We need a cheerleader, a coach, and that is what I do. I'm an accountability coach. And we do talk a lot about, you know, life. A lot of my clients are women, busy working women and moms, and we talk a lot about how, you know, life is always going to be there, and we can't just let life get in our way. We have to figure out how to incorporate self-care and putting ourselves first, because life will always be busy and always get in your way.
You always have to make time.
Yeah.
You know, at least 30-minute workout, you could do it. You know, wake up 30 minutes earlier, or just skip, you know, taking a 30-minute nap sometimes. Yeah. Although sleep is important too.
It is.
But yeah,
Definitely.
you know, you could always fit it in. Like, no excuses. I think that's the biggest thing. And then with macros, I think if you ever search like, what's the healthiest diet, how to lose weight, or anything, like, I feel like macros pop up. But like me, like, I still can't figure out macros. Like, my FitnessPal does it for me. And like, but do you, like, not to go too long into it, but like a short like definition of what macros are?
Sure. Well, macros are just your main, I guess, food energy sources. So your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your healthy fats. And there's a nice standard ratio that the average person could use. But if you want to do something like lose fat and put on lean muscle mass, or let's just say that, for example, you know, you would probably up your protein a little bit. So just having somebody help you design what the macros would be for you. Again, macros would be the percentage of protein you would have every day, the percentage of carbs you'd have every day, along with your caloric intake, right? Because we all know that you do need to be in a caloric deficit if you actually want to lose weight. But there is things to consider, like your level of exercise, and really, honestly, going back to kind of mindset and just your whole well-being, things like your level of sleep, your stress level, your happiness in life, like all of these things we talk about to figure out what your whole story is, and then come up with your caloric intake and how you should be dividing that up with the main macronutrients, again, protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And then we, as a coach, you would get that information, and then we monitor and track how we're doing, and then we can adjust to those things, you know, because some people do better with more carbs and some people do better with more fats.
True. So you're not counting calories, you're counting macros.
We're here
in a way.
You could do it either way if you're using a system, but typically we do start with a caloric baseline.
Okay.
And we track and see, is that enough energy? Are you getting enough fuel? And really just the biggest thing for me is whole foods, not the grocery store. But eating whole foods versus processed foods, and learning which carbohydrates, you know, work better for your body, which carbohydrates have more proteins and fibers, and really eliminating as much processed food as possible.
Because carbs are important.
Carbs
you know,
are super
some people,
important.
You know, do no carbs, but yet your body needs them.
Yeah,
so.
Don't be afraid of carbs.
Yeah, just healthy carbs. So do you think that, so like, I feel like a healthy lifestyle leads to a healthier life, but which one starts first, chicken or leg?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Well, I think that goes back to mindset.
Yeah.
There's so many different little sayings and cliches, like movement is medicine. So food, they say food is medicine, or food is fuel. Movement is medicine. And I have shared this a lot with my clients and just with different people. You know, when your energy is low and you don't feel like doing something, that's the time where you really do want to get up and get your blood flowing and your endorphins going. So that's a really good question. And sometimes, you know, there is depression and there's anxiety and there's a lot that goes on in people's lives. And so having a support system, it doesn't have to be a coach, but somebody that can help you motivate when you're feeling like you don't want to get up and move. So I'm not sure if I'm answering that question, but mindset is...
I think it's a good question for everyone to think about too.
Yeah.
Like, where does it begin? Is it like getting up, moving, and then you're going to create that healthy life? Or do you need that? What do you need to get it started almost?
Well, it's funny because everybody has their own... You can tell somebody... It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah.
Something usually clicks with somebody. They see something, they see somebody doing something, they're inspired by something, and something just clicks, and they're like, I need to make a change in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have energy, I'm tired, I don't feel good, my clothes don't fit me.
Mood swings.
My confidence isn't there. But food, you know, good food, good mood. So that's the whole, we could really get into that.
Yeah.
So it really is the whole package.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just do one if you want the results, that most people want. Like the healthy body, the feeling good. Like you have to do it all.
Yeah, but your mindset, like definitely movement and exercise gives you those good feeling endorphins. But healthy whole foods, it's fascinating what they do for our brain and gut health, and don't want to get into all of
Too
that.
detailed.
But simplified. But the foods that you eat affect the way you think and the way you feel. And so if you're feeling down or bad, really evaluating what you're eating. It's time to have a sip.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers. This is so nice. And it is good to do your workout before a little wine.
Yes.
So that's yummy.
Now, speaking of wine and workout, how often do you drink? And,
Well,
I mean, we're not your doctors, so just to get, because drinking does affect.
So we were talking about this earlier, and I've just come back from 2 weeks of vacation. One was in Sayulita, Mexico, where I'm doing my wellness retreat. And yes, I had lots of tequila and margaritas, but I was very active. I drank lots of water. And then right after that, went to Tahoe and enjoyed myself there. So I guess it goes in waves of depending on what I'm doing. But I can tell you what, I am the leanest, healthiest, doing my best physically when I eliminate or drink less. Let's just put it that way. But I do enjoy wine, and I want that balance in my life. So
I think everyone needs to find the healthy balance, food, drinking, working out. Because I mean, there are unhealthy limits of working out, and
True. But I would say I enjoy wine every week. Let's just put it that way.
You have to enjoy life. Life's short. Do you know any tips on drinking wine and not ruining your diet?
Well, you can fit it in your macros if you're counting macros. It's something, but honestly, if you were, it's really not that much. So it's sort of disappointing going, wait a minute.
Maybe don't look at it.
Shoot. I mean, I think outside of wine, to me, the biggest, a tip that a lot of people know already, but a good reminder is for every glass of wine, have a glass of water. That's huge.
You'll never be hungover either.
Yeah. Or sip in between to make your glass last longer. Or have a smaller glass so it looks like more wine.
Or keep talking so you can't drink.
Right? So I would, on an alcohol thing, it's vodka and tequila are kind of the cleanest and lowest caloric.
The clearer it is, I hear.
They're just lower calories, lower sugar. But wine is so good. So, and I don't really know the difference between red wine or white wine. I've actually heard different.
Yeah, I think red wine has more calories.
Okay.
And maybe a little more carbs.
Okay. That's kind
of. It has less sugar because it's higher in alcohol. So the yeast is converting the sugar into alcohol.
Okay.
So kind of makes sense that there's. I think I should double check that, but
really sure. I would just say enjoy it and limit it.
Exactly. You want to. I mean, life's short, and that's the thing. You don't want to sacrifice something that you really enjoy, but you don't want to abuse something that you enjoy, in every aspect of your life.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what do you offer right now, and how can people sign up so you could be their coach?
Yeah. So as I was mentioning, currently I'm doing nutrition coaching, which ends up being a lot more, like I was saying, mindset coaching, kind of life coaching. I do have a certification in integrative health and nutrition coaching, which is more kind of life coaching, which is kind of fun and cool to have that background as well. If somebody wanted to have some nutrition coaching, or what I do offer is a 15-minute discovery call. They often run to 30 minutes because I like to talk and get to know people. But in my Instagram bio, there's a link. There's a nutrition form. There's a fitness form. There's also a link to the wellness retreat. So really probably the easiest way is to go to the Instagram, my Instagram, fitwithme_WC, fill out the form. I get an email, and then we can set up a discovery call. And that's just a chance to get to know the client, know what they're looking for, and see if there's a good fit to work together.
Okay, cool. And then have you always been into fitness?
No.
Okay, let's talk
you want to get back there?
Yeah.
No, I've always struggled with my weight my whole life. And I gained a lot of weight with I have 2 boys. They're going to be 18 and 16. I gained a lot of weight with them and kind of really... actually, I lost weight and gained weight, lost weight and gained weight. And then I developed an autoimmune issue in my late 30s, around 40. And I really got overweight and inflamed and heavy and all that stuff. So anyway, that was not fun. And it kind of presented itself all in my skin. I had rashes all over my skin, and so it was embarrassing. And so I was motivated to really look into it because Western medicine doctors weren't helping me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a naturopath, completely changed my diet, and was able to put those symptoms at bay. I can't say I cured it through nutrition. And then my kids got older and I started working out, and I did a program on Beachbody called 80 Day Obsession.
Okay.
And it was the first time I'd ever used weights, and I was probably 44 years old. Never used weights, never was consistent with working out, and it was the first time I was consistent, and I was like, wow, look what happens.
Yeah.
When you show up every day for yourself, and it literally changed my life.
Yeah.
But weights for women, that's another passion of mine. Is
okay.
like using, because you like to use weights.
Yeah, I am a weightlifter now.
Oh man,
I used to not be.
So yeah, it's so good for us, for just everything.
Because you are constantly, so you might not burn as many calories like while you're working out, but building muscle, you burn more calories throughout the day.
Yeah, you keep
and
your metabolism.
like really understanding that, and then with the food process, you could really get cut.
Yeah.
Just need to cut the alcohol for me.
Yeah. So I will never go back, and my motivation is to help. Why I'm doing this is because I discovered what works for me, and it literally changed my life and my mindset and my whole, I'm telling you, if you knew me, I'm a completely different person by just changing my nutrition and working out and mindset. And so that's why I do what I do, trying to help other people that may be stuck and need some help.
So what is your one advice to those people that want to start, they just keep getting stuck? So like,
gosh, that's a good question. I mean, in this morning I just did a whole thing too. It's like, just do it. Just get started. Just take the action. That momentum, when you take action, it starts to create new habits, and then the new habits create who you are, and you become this person. But you really just have to take that first step. And I also say, if you have with anything in life, whether it's going to Thailand on a motorcycle, which I want to do, by the way, cruise around on a motorcycle, anything that you have an inkling of maybe or yes, or you're drawn to something, try it, do it, and don't miss out on anything. You never know what's out there and how your life can change and the possibilities that are out there. So if you're thinking that, gosh, I wish I felt better, or I should start that exercise program, believe me, I've been there. I know girlfriends, people reach out to me. A lot of people are in that place, or they were doing great and fell off the wagon, fell off the train. You just have to get back up and get going. And then if it's not a coach, if you don't have the money for that, finding an accountability group or a friend or somebody to help you stay accountable, because we all need that. We need that community.
Just a little push. Yeah. It takes a village.
It does take a village.
Okay, so anything you want to, like, are you working on something else right now, or like in process, or what? I am.
I'm actually really excited about this, but it's in the baby steps. So I'm going to be creating kind of a membership community. My hashtag, or whatever you want to call it, that I like is movement, macros, and mindset. And so I'm going to be creating a community. It'll be a membership basis where every month we'll have a different topic. I'll be going live with the community, and we'll be able to answer Q&A, have a Q&A and get to know one another, and work on our, movement, exercise, nutrition, macros, and our mindset, and just work together as women. It will be women. I would have men client, but yeah, I just like working with women.
But I feel like especially working out, like our bodies are built differently. Yeah. There's no denying that. Like, so but so having like similarities, or or like mothers, to have like similar stories, like what your body has gone through, or like our hormones are different, all those little things that like and I feel like a lot of women love being in support groups.
I do. I do too. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, it's kind of baby stages, but it'll kind of just encompass just wellness and living well.
Yeah. So make sure you follow her, so we know when those programs come out, because I think that would be really exciting, and sometimes maybe that's what you're looking for, and I hope that I connect you with someone.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. So do you have anything else, or want to talk about the wine for a little bit?
Let's talk about the wine.
Okay, awesome. So we did a 30-minute HIIT workout. What was the girls' YouTube? Because it was really good.
Fit with Ty.
If you have weights at home, but she has no weight.
There's a lot of no weight cardio, kickboxing.
Yeah, so it's just on YouTube too. So if you want to try one out, I suggest it.
Actually, it's Healthy Fit with Ty.
Okay, cool. So. Now I'll remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're drinking Sauvignon Blanc. I picked it because we got really sweaty, and I thought Sauvignon Blanc's nice and refreshing, and it's a sunny day.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
My nose is like allergies.
I do have you sitting outside. I didn't realize.
It's okay.
Look at this. This is random, but look how it's like holding on. Anyway.
This is a beautiful setup.
Yes, we are under some grapes here. They're not wine grapes.
So I was like, I smell, it's like more green apple-y to me. Not that we need to know, but.
Oh my gosh. It's like, I can't.
Yeah. A little bit of pear. And grass. Or it might be outside.
Yeah, so I just go, oh, I like it.
That's kind of the review I want. You like it or you don't.
Right?
Exactly.
No, it's good. It's really
Sauvignon
good.
Blancs, if they're not nice and crisp, I don't like them. Like, that's what I want from a Sauvignon
Yeah.
Blanc. So if it doesn't give me that, like, crisp, like, it's summertime taste, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And I think it does really well.
Do you ever put ice in your wine?
I don't. Do you?
No.
Okay.
But emergencies, I might.
Exactly. If it's like warm in the car and we have to, I don't like to water down my wine. But yeah, so this wine it's in Napa Valley. So if you want to visit, I will link everything down below. They're super nice people. I did a Zoom tasting out when it was COVID time, so they're fun people.
How does
Pretty
that work?
property.
Do they ship you the wine?
Yeah, and then
that's fun.
it was
so lucky how close we live
I know.
to the Napa Valley.
Yeah, and Livermore.
It's amazing.
I actually planned her trip to Livermore, so if you ever want, hit me up.
She did. So it turned out.
It's like my
really
favorite
nice.
thing to do, and I love I love doing it for Napa and Sonoma, but I know Livermore Valley like at my fingertips, so it's really easy, and I have such a love for it, so it's really easy to plan someone's trip, and then I like to get to like know what you're looking for, what you kind of want. That way, like you could pick the winery. I always say I want to match the winery with someone's personality. Because there's so many in California.
Yeah.
Like, how do you pick which winery you want to go to?
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. So, this is Wendy. She's great. She's a very positive attitude. So, if you are looking for, to change your mindset, I really highly recommend her.
It's not a short 6-week boot camp. It's life. Like,
Yeah, you're changing your life.
and that's why you want to live in balance. Because if you were super strict the whole time, then it's not sustainable.
Exactly.
So
Because you're going to splurge too much
And you want to figure out what works for you. What kind of workouts you like, and what do you enjoy? Do you like working out by yourself or other people?
Yeah.
Just the point is just to keep going. Movement, macros, and mindset.
I love it. So make sure you follow along with her. Her information will be all below in the description. That way you could just copy, paste, or click it. And then follow along because she's going to have cool new programs. And then if you want to try the Sauvignon Blanc or enjoying, I have all the information below. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Stay classy.
It's really good. Stay classy.